Okay, welcome everyone. This is Skyleur Steffensen. We are going to get started in probably 30 seconds to a minute. It is 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. That means it's time for the Wednesday webinar. So thanks for tuning in here. As you are, go ahead and feel free to join the chat. Tell us where you're coming in from. We'd love to hear it. And we have some exciting information to give you tonight. So again, we'll start in about 30 seconds, but as you're jumping on, if you'd like to go ahead and join the chat, tell us where you're coming in from. Welcome, Joanna. Good to see you. We have from Boston, from Katy, Texas. Okay. Got people jumping off from Wyoming. Awesome. We're great. Okay. Well, let's get this started here. I'm going to just give a couple of quick announcements before we actually get into the meat of the call tonight. But first of all, I want to talk about July. We are into July, what is it, the 10th of July today. So we're in 10 days, a third of the month, and we are moving forward. It's been a great month so far. It's been a great summer. If you don't know already, we are in the middle of the summer of customers. We've done a lot of customer recognition. We've given out amazing packs. If you look on our social media, you'll see where some of these packs have gone to those who are acquiring customers. Because when you have the product line that we have, when you have the brand new products that we have as well, there is ample opportunity to find new customers and to get them on these products, to change their lives. And a lot of you are doing exactly that. So we want to thank you. We appreciate every new customer that comes on board, and we welcome them with open arms to try our products to change their lives from that standpoint. And then if they're interested in building a business part-time, full-time with us, we welcome them to do that as well. But you're doing a fantastic job, so thank you for that. Also, just a couple of things that are happening around the company. Tomorrow, we are actually going to be in Montana. We are in a small town called Lewistown, Montana. We have a growing group up there. Myself, our sales manager, Mr. Antonio Rea, as well as Mr. Carl Taylor are going to be up in Montana tomorrow. So if you're near Lewistown, Montana, come check it out. Come see us. We'd love to have you there. And then another meeting here in Pocatello, Idaho, which is only about 45 minutes from us, on July 23rd. With Mr. Kirk Hansen. So again, if you're in those areas and you'd like to attend, we'd love to have you. It'd be fantastic, but we're excited for some brand new areas opening in a few different markets. Now, let's get into the training for tonight. I promised you we have some training on the new updates to the back office. Many of you might be saying, I didn't even know that we had new updates to the back office, and that's okay. That's why we are on this call, and this will be recorded for you to go back to if you need to listen to it later, or if you have team members that couldn't get on, it will absolutely be recorded. But we did announce a couple of new reports, and I want to show, well, I should say a couple of updates to some reports that we have already had. So I want to go ahead and show that to you. I want to walk through these reports with you and just give you an idea of how you can utilize these to improve your business, to improve the way you manage your business so that you can continue to grow, continue to build a thriving Kyani business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me do this real quickly. Just one moment here. Okay. So showing my screen here, what I have up, and hopefully you can all see this. If you can't, let me know, but you should be able to all see this. This is the back office of a woman who's doing some fantastic things right now. Her name is Crystal Milburn. I have obtained permission before in order to show you this, but she's got some absolutely fantastic things happening in her business. So I'm using Crystal's back office. She's a brand new Ruby with us. Congratulations, Crystal. I know that this journey has been fantastic for you so far, and it's just getting started. So again, congratulations to you. Now, before I show a couple of the updates to the reports, I just want to go over one report that is probably my favorite out of all the reports, and it's right here in the team stream. And you can see that Crystal has a few updates from today. And this is one of my favorite days of the month because you get to see this update. This is who's earned their largest check ever. And you can check this on your own back office as well, but you look through Crystal's. Crystal herself earned her largest check ever. Scott Milburn did. Cindy Mitchell did. Abby Franks, Tara Buck, Dorothy Grameau, Christy Long, all of these people earned their largest check last month. So congratulations. TeamStream is fantastic for recognition. If you're wondering how you can recognize your team or how you can reach out to people more often, use TeamStream. And I'm going to show you just really quickly before I get into these other reports what you can do with it. You can filter it to just show certain things. You can show birthdays if you just want to reach out to people for birthdays. That's great. You can filter it by birthday. You can apply the filters, and you can show everyone who's having a birthday soon. You can see who's completed the Kiani Pro modules. That's another great thing to recognize people for. Who has a new customer enrollment? Who has a customer on Prime? If people have earned badges, if you have a new enrollment in your business, if someone's achieved the fast start, there's so many things that you can filter this down to so that it's not overwhelming and so that you can really hone in on what you want to recognize. So if you're not already using TeamStream or if you're not using the filters, I strongly recommend you to use those filters because it really helps you, like I said, dive into specific areas where you can provide some recognition for your team. So with that, I'm going to get into the new enhancements. The first new enhancement that I want to get into is the AutoShip Tracker. So this is actually a fairly new report. This just came out, I believe it was a few weeks to a month ago. So some of you are seeing this for the first time. Others of you have seen this report in your back office. This is telling you exactly how many AutoShips you have in your business, how many have already processed, how many are going to process, and if you have any AutoShips that are in a failed status, meaning that we tried to process it and it didn't go through, whether it was insufficient funds or some other issue, it shows you if they're in a failed process, and then it shows you if they're in a canceled, meaning that somebody who had an AutoShip last month canceled this month. So we're going to go over this report, and then I'm going to show you what's brand new about it if you've already seen this report. Here's what we have. Again, this is Crystal's business. She's a Ruby, brand new Ruby. She has 71 AutoShips that have already processed through the 10th of the month. And she has 110 AutoShips that will still process at some point this month. She also has 5 who are in failed status, and she has 14 who have canceled. Now, I'm not going to click on these because I don't want to incriminate anybody on canceling their AutoShip or being in failed status. But what Crystal can do is she can go in here and see who is in failed status and who is canceled. And if she wants to reach out to those people, it's something that I would recommend and just say, hey, I just noticed that, there may have been an issue with your credit card. Is there something I can do to help you out? Whatever that message might be, I encourage people to reach out. That's what this is for. You can really, it's a retention tool. You can help find out the reason why maybe someone canceled, see if you can resolve that, or find out why it might be in failed status. So she can go into each of these and see every person who is right here. Now, what she also sees, and this is fantastic for Crystal because she's looking at this saying, I have 181 AutoShips, which is 77% more than last month. That's a phenomenal number. That shows that she is growing rapidly. So you can look at this yourself and you can see if your AutoShips are up or down for the month. Okay? Now, down here, we look at, this is total number of AutoShips up here. Down here is the actual amount of volume that those AutoShips will produce. Because we have a list of all the AutoShips and how much QV is associated with each of those AutoShips. So as we look at Crystal's business, we can see that the 110 AutoShips to process will provide her with 10,322 in QV. Okay, so you can see exactly how much has been processed. So the 71 AutoShips that have been processed have produced 7,061 in QV for her so far through the 10th of the month. But she has 10,322 QV still coming from these AutoShips if they all go through. All right, she can also see that the 5 that are failed would produce 700 in QV if they actually did decide to clear that up. And she can also see that if she can save anyone here, she could save up to 1,355 in volume from those individuals. Now, why is this so valuable to you? It's valuable because you can now look at your business and say, okay, I know that right now I have 7,061 on AutoShip Volume, but I have another 10,000 coming. So you can plan from that point of view how much volume you need in your business. And you can see how much you need to make up beyond AutoShips to reach the next rank. So that's all great. And we love it. It's fantastic. Everything is great with that report. But we had some leaders come to us and say, what if we could filter it by leg? What if we could not only just take the entire volume, but we could say, hey, I want to see how much is going to process in my first leg. And I want to see how much is going to process in my second leg. And for those blue diamonds and above, I want to see how much is going to process in my third leg. Well, just yesterday, we actually made that improvement. So if you'll notice, on this right here, there's now a filter by button. And you can now choose to drop that down, and you can go to your first leg. So we'll do this for Crystal. We'll go to her first leg, and we'll just apply the filter. And this is only going to show volume in her first leg, not in her second or third legs. So Crystal, if we do this, it shows that in her power leg, here are the numbers. Remember, she had 71 here. She has 49 of those in her power leg. This is how much volume, 63 to process, and 5,000 there. That's in her power leg. If she wants to just see what her second leg is, she can do that. And she can see that 20 in her second leg have processed, but 36 more in that second leg will still process. And this is how much volume she'll get in that leg. So that becomes even more valuable, because now you can say, okay, maybe my power leg has plenty, but I know that I'm low on my second leg. So let me see how much more is going to process this month in AutoShips, so that I know then how much I have to make up to get to my next rank. I hope that's making sense. I hope I'm being able to convey to you how valuable this is in getting you to that next rank, and understanding how much your AutoShip volume will be, and then understanding how much you need in new recruits or new business partners in order to reach that next goal of Ruby or Emerald or Sapphire, whatever that may be. It's a really beneficial tool. Now, we won't go into these, but if you have people in other countries, you can certainly sort by countries. There's a lot of things you can do here, but I think the most important is being able to sort by leg. That's a huge improvement, and something that I think that you will absolutely love as you continue to use this AutoShip tool. So that's the AutoShip tool. It's fantastic. It's amazing. And we could end just there. But we did one other report update that I want to go over, and it's right over here. It's your Fast Start report. Now, here's what we were hearing about the Fast Start report. We were hearing that if someone had reached Jade within their first 31 days and was still trying to get to Pearl, or was still trying to get to Sapphire, their Fast Start tracker that you were following as the leader already showed that that person had achieved the rank, and then it didn't show really very good numbers on what it would take to achieve that next bonus. Because as you know, there's 3 different facets to our Fast Start bonus. One, if you do it in your first 31 days, is if you reach Jade. If you reach Jade, you get $200. It's a bonus. That's great. Congratulations. If you reach Pearl within your first 31 days, you get a total of $500. So you get the $200 Jade bonus and another $300 Pearl bonus. And then the third one is Sapphire. And for Sapphire, you still get the $500 on the Pearl, but you also, if you reach Sapphire within your first 31 days and then hold it for an additional calendar month, you take your $1,000 Dream Card bonus and you double it to $2,000. So there's really 3 things that we should be tracking on this report. And we were really only tracking one. We were tracking when you got to Jade, and then this report wasn't as helpful as it could have been. So what we did was we took this report and we broke it out per payout, so that you can now see how far someone is per payout. And I want to show you what I mean by that. So first of all, you can see these are all the people in Crystal's organization who are in Fast Start time frame. She has quite a few of them. If you go down here, there's still, there's quite a few people in Fast Start time frame. What's new here is that you'll notice that this column here has a 1, a 2, or a 3 next to it. Okay? The 1 means they're still going for jade. The 2 means that they've achieved jade and they're still going for pearl. And the 3 means that they've achieved jade and they're still going for sapphire. Now maybe they've also achieved jade and pearl and they're going for sapphire. But you can see on here how much till that next rank. So I'm going to use someone as an example here. I'm going to use Ciara. I hope I'm saying that name right. Ciara is showing both 2 and 3. The reason behind that is because she has achieved jade. She has not yet achieved pearl and not yet achieved sapphire. If she had already achieved pearl, it would only show 3 because that's the only bonus that she still has that she hasn't earned. So you can go to Ciara and you can look in here. There's 2 different ways you can see this. The first is just clicking on this. The payout is $300. She's already achieved the $200 jade bonus. Congratulations. And you can see exactly how much she needs to achieve pearl, which is payout number 2. Now, if you want to see payout number 3, this is where there's a couple different ways. You can actually go right down here and you can click payout 3, and then it adjusts the numbers to show you exactly what she needs for payout 3. Or if you want, you can go back to this report, and it's just going to take a second to load here. You can come back to this report and you can see, you can click on this number 3 and you can see it there. So there's 2 different ways that you can see it. So this report just got a lot better because now you can track beyond jade where they're at, how close they are to pearl, how close they are to sapphire, see either way, help push them along the way to see what you can do to help and what it will take to get them there. Now, a couple other things that you can do on this report that maybe you already know, maybe you don't, but you can sort it a couple different ways. So this is not really sorted, but you can go like this, hit this up button here, and it sorts from 1 all the way down to your 2s and then your 3s. Or you can do it the other way. You can say, I want to find out who's going for sapphire. So you can sort it by 3, 2, 1. All right, you can also sort it by how much they have completed. You can sort it from the least complete or the most complete. So you can say, okay, who's the closest to the next rank, to jade, pearl, or sapphire? Looks like Landra Lucas is 64% of the way. They're almost 2/3. They still got 9 days left. There's a great chance that they're going to make it. So you can reach out to them and figure out who's working with them and see what you can do to help. And then the last thing you can do is you can also filter by days left. You can see that some people only have 1 day left, or if you filter it the other way, there's people who still have 26 days left, 24 days left, 20 days left that are in this time frame. So this report also just got a lot better, a lot more effective in using this and in finding who you can work with. That's the idea behind these 2 reports is, how do we find ways to make it easier for you to find information quickly? Because your job is not to analyze reports and to go over and pour into details. Your job is to go out and introduce Kyani to other people and help people who want to earn money get there quickly. And these reports help you identify people who are on their way to making more money, and it also helps you identify personally how you can maximize your income. So they're fantastic reports. They're just part of the robust back office that we have. I could go into so many reports. I won't at this time. But remember, the 3 reports we talked about tonight, TeamStream, which is fantastic for recognition, your AutoShip Volume report, which is amazing for tracking where you're at on your QV, how much you have left to the next rank, and being able to make a game plan around that. And then your Fast Start Tracker report, which is going to help you identify the right people to work with so that you don't spend time with the wrong people and you can maximize the time that you have with others. So that's what I wanted to get across to you tonight. I really hope that you utilize these tools. I hope that you utilize the back office. It's absolutely amazing. I'm not suggesting that you spend hours and hours there, but get to know the reports so you can use it and you can get out there and do what you do best, which is sharing Kyani products. So thanks for being on tonight. Again, this will be recorded so you can check it out. We have a library. I'll show you that briefly before we get off. We have a library where you can see all of our Wednesday webinar trainings and a lot of our convention trainings and videos. So if you haven't seen this library, this is absolutely fantastic. Wellness TV is another very popular thing. Check it out. Use it. It's phenomenal. Thanks for being on tonight. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do, and we hope that you have an absolutely fantastic night. Good night, everyone.